Well, you're looking at the latest music video from rapper Lil Nas X. It's been described as provocative, and it's for his single Industry Baby. Now, Lil Nas X is openly gay and openly trying to challenge hip-hop's relationship with LGBTQ artists. This video coming out the same week that another rapper, DaBaby, made homophobic comments at a Miami music festival. It ended up with him being kicked off the bill shortly thereafter. Well, for more, we're reaching out right now to Jackson Weaver. He has been reporting on this. Jackson, good to see you. So tell us a bit more about Lil Nas X and DaBaby.
Yes, well, it's a little bit odd that we are talking about them together, as one didn't reference the other in their respective releases or their respective comments, but they become intrinsically linked because of the long simmering issues of homophobia in hip-hop. I mean, only 2 days before DaBaby made those comments, for which he's since apologized, is when Industry Baby actually released. So on either side, both detractors and defenders have used either issue as fuel for their arguments. For Lil Nas X, you have fans saying that, of course, we need more music like this for representation to defend against those endemic issues of homophobia in hip-hop. But then on the other side, you have rappers like Boozy and T.I. who have come out and said, well, if Lil Nas X can make comments and release music that makes us uncomfortable, then DaBaby should be able to do the same thing. And I've spoken with industry insiders and also with LGBTQ plus hip-hop artists in Canada specifically, and they've said that's, of course, a false equivalency. There's not the same relation between defending someone being their authentic self and also defending someone detracting from someone being their authentic self. And they both say there's a long way forward to fix these sorts of issues in the genre.
Well, you know, as this discussion continues, again, the place of LGBTQ artists within the hip-hop industry, there have been repercussions against DaBaby as he's been dropped by numerous festivals and business partners. Is that evidence that the industry really is seeing a change when it comes to how it supports LGBTQ artists?
Yes and no. And I would also want to make the statement that, of course, this isn't solely existent in hip-hop. It exists in all genres, the issues of homophobia and also of queer artists like Lil Nas X challenging those opinions. In Canada, specifically in country music, for example, we have Orville Peck, who is a openly gay musician who's challenging who can make music in that sphere. And in newer genres, hyperpop specifically, you have Calgarian Ellie Otto, and he is helping to champion that genre as a space for trans artists. He released the huge TikTok hit Sugar Crash late last year. But I spoke with a Canadian queer hip-hop artist turned music executive, Kiana Rooks Eastman, and she said that those issues can be a little bit harder to defend and to champion on either side in hip-hop, but for more reasons than just homophobia. She explained that issues of Black masculinity, which is intrinsically linked with the hip-hop genre, have made it difficult to challenge it because the way masculinity has been portrayed in hip-hop has been so one note for so long that challenging it can get people very upset.
The way in which hetero Black masculinity has to show up, ingrained is that I should be homophobic, you know? And so if that's a part of the identity, well, then you're going to show up in that way. And so if we continue to accept from you know, the normative culture that Black men are like tough and rough and like rap and like wear lots of chains, and like, if we accept that for hip hop and we are like, yo, that's cool, that's hip hop, well, then we're gonna always produce DaBabies. And then we can't be mad about it.
And yes, she said that until that changes, and we see this in music videos by DaBaby, which he appeared fully nude in a music video that released only a week ago. And until that changes, we'll likely still see controversies around people like Lil Nas X.
Jackson, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Jackson Weaver in Toronto.